love getting stuck in. I don't even know what time it is now. Something needs to happen everywhere.
Oh God, look at it, it's making me feel sick.
I was getting sidetracked. Oh, I don't really know what to do.
Hi, welcome back to Confessions of a Hoe Diary. Dumped all my stuff. I'm sort of learning to collect a wheelbarrow every time I come because, yeah, a lot of aimless walking around sometimes, I've got to tell you. So we've got a couple of jobs today. So I'm going to unload the wheelbarrow, take it back, and then we'll sit down and have a chat. If it doesn't rain, that is, and then we'll go in the shed.
So it's gone a bit chilly now, so I've come in for a cup of tea. I'm just having a pina colada mocktail infusion on the old herbal teas. So one of the main reasons that came today was to plant out some courgettes that I sowed earlier in the month, and I still haven't done it yet because I discovered a frightening amount of bindweed behind the trees.
Kill surprise, a little update. I've just come here, and what I thought was going to be a quick job has just turned out to be a job. I'm very much sort of, if you're going to do it, just do it, and then it's done then. I noticed there was just a load of bindweed all over behind, suffocating the apple tree,
and it was just working its way into the middle of the tree and up over the other side of the trees. And the more that I looked into it, the more stuff I was finding.
So it was growing all in amongst all the apple tree, underneath here, all under here. So I need to, I just started ripping it out straight away because I could see it was pulling the apple tree down, but I think I need to stake this up. It's gone a bit out of control. And again, this could be another little shady area. I've also discovered another little area at the back of the plot here, which has got loads of bindweed in it, but it looks like a little bed has been developed here for growing something. I'm not quite sure what, but I just pulled all that bindweed up, pulled all this bindweed up here, oh God, look at it, it's making me feel sick. All this bindweed was growing up into the apple tree, and it was just covered in it. So I'm glad that I did check it, because I don't really want there to be a bit of an infestation, and this would be a good place to just slab over. I think get some killer slabs and just slab it over until next year, just put stuff down. So I've got some bags there, started off a bag there. When that's full, allotment tears, I'm sure you can empathise.
I was finding extra trees, extra saplings.
So I think I've come across a baby plum tree, but I'm not quite sure, so I'm going to do a little investigation. You know, like Google pictures. Oh look, I've got bloody sea gloves all over my gloves, that's annoying.
More strawberries.
So I was just checking out the strawbs that are growing here, and there's lots of runners coming off them. So there's a couple of runners coming off this one. So there's a runner coming off one here. There's a few runners coming off that plant there. There's one there and another one. So I'm just going to clear this bit here to make room for these, and it looks like there's more runners shooting out everywhere, so we may be all right for strawberries, but I don't know what type they'll be, whether they'll be producing or what. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to propagate the runners first and then leave these in situ and just clear around them. I found a hedgehog home which I accidentally stood on, so I don't know what to do with that because it's broke. I also found some plum tree saplings. I'm not quite sure what this is, which I need to investigate. It could be another plum tree, I'm not sure, but if it is, it might have to go because there's a lot of trees on the plot, and it's just getting covered in bindweed.
And then when I looked at the beds that I'd done, there was loads of bindweed coming up in that. So I've just done a lot of weeding today. I'm having a bit of a break, and I thought, do you know what, I'll sit down and have a little brew and talk to you about what's happening, what the plans are. So, planting out the courgettes. I've got radish and beetroot to go in. However, I don't have a bed quite ready for those as yet, so they may have to wait. The sunflowers are looking a lot better than what they did yesterday. Yesterday when I came here, they were all droopy. It wasn't good. Update on the sunflowers. So it's been 2 days since I planted them. I was expecting them to become really wilted from yesterday, because I think it was like about 30 degrees or something like that. So not too bad, still alive. This little fella looks a little bit worse for wear, but as I say, these were collected from outside, growing wild. Came here yesterday to fit a water butt, and my dad helped me with that. I didn't record it because, do you know what, it was just really, really hot, and it would have just been me arguing with my dad. My mum playing a referee, so I didn't bother recording that one. I didn't think it would be very entertaining, but it was a nice day, so we got that finished and then we went out for tea. I've got 9 courgettes to plant out, which I think is a pretty bad idea. They take up a lot of space, and when they do produce, they produce a lot, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to pan out. I'm just going to have to shove them all in that bed that I've got done. One of the courgettes that I've got though isn't looking too good at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I've got a bucket of compost here, so I'm just going to mix my coffee grounds and my tea grounds that I've been saving up since I knew that I was getting the allotment. Mix it in with that, plant it, and then give the courgette that's not doing too good maybe a double dose of it. And when I plant out the courgettes that have the courgette seedlings, I'll put some in there as well, so they've got a little bit of nitrogen. So I've got a strimmer, but to be honest, I've not used it yet, and I'm quite glad that I've not used it, because there's a lot of little things around the plot, because it has been established for a while, although it's overgrown with weeds at the moment. There are little things that I'm finding. So I've found 2 little oak trees. Don't think I'm going to keep them, but what I might do is ask a bit of advice as to what to do with them, because, you know, it's a little oak tree seedling, it's well cute. I found plum tree saplings which I can donate to people or keep there, I don't know. I've also found 2 rowan tree saplings. It looks like it could be something, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to take a picture and Google it. I wouldn't mind having a rowan tree on site, because that's is it rowan berries? I think they're supposed to be quite nutritious, so I wouldn't mind having another fruit tree onto the plot, but it is sort of tucked in underneath the sapling, the plum tree sapling, a little bit, so I don't know if I need to sort of coax it out a little bit, and maybe that can start suppressing the I don't even know what to describe it. I've literally just pulled them up and just left them there for the time being, because I was getting sidetracked. I've still not done what I need to do. I don't even know what time it is now. I think it might be like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Still not had my tea. But I'm not even hungry when I come here. I just love getting stuck in. And then there's 4 other beds. 2 of them need some bed maintenance on them. One of them I think's got asparagus in, so I'm a bit cautious about what to do with that one. I don't want to start pulling up things willy-nilly, but I'll have to, so that the roots can get the nutrients. I don't know how established it is though, but you know, it could come a time where, you know, it would be nice to have like a bit of asparagus. If it's been there for a couple of years and it starts shooting up little baby shoots of asparagus, that'd be good. I do want to just cover that bed, but I'm reluctant to do it because I know that there's some asparagus in there, but it is covered in weeds, so something needs to happen with it. But something needs to happen everywhere, so it's sort of like, oh, I don't really know what to do. So as I say, I got distracted big time with weeding, but I don't know what it is about weeding. It feels like, you know, like when you have a good tidy up at home and you just feel better about it, that. But the thing is with weeding, if you have a good tidy up at home and you live alone, and it's fine because like everything's where you left it because you've tidied up and it's good, everything's in order. The thing is with weeding, it comes back, so it's like a never-ending, like it's like the gift that just keeps on giving. You gotta flip it. You've gotta take what you can. So yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm just going to keep telling myself that weeding is the gift that keeps on giving, especially bindweed. That's just the ultimate giver of feel good vibes. Anyway, I'll bring you back. So this patch was just completely overrun with grasses and all sorts of nasty stuff. I'm going to cover that over and then put some of those bricks on top just to keep the weeds down. Is the disaster site that I mentioned to you earlier. I'm going to clear up all these and then I'm going to try and put some cardboard or something down here just to suppress it again, and just keep on top of the bindweed as I go along. And I've cleared all this today. Absolutely shattered, and under that tree as well. But there'll be loads of insects in this, so I'm going to leave it for a couple of days. I've just been leaving bags so the insects can come out. I don't want to get rid of the ecosystem. I want the good ones to stay. I've planted out my courgettes. So quite a lot of talking in this video, but I just want to finish it off by saying this was a job, unexpected, but very glad that I actually got it done. I'm completely amazed by the amount of things that I'm finding on the plot, so I'm sure I'll be finding more. I did actually end up de-weeding part of the asparagus bed because it just got so much anxiety about it that I thought, well, I'll just clear around it, and yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. But half of that bed is still plagued with weeds. It's just a case of getting around to it when I can. And I think that's the motto really for having an allotment. Do what you can when you can and try not to let it get on top of you. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching this far, even if it was just me rambling in the shed reflecting on the things that I was finding. And I hope it, gives a bit of an insight to people who are getting a new allotment as to the things that they may potentially find on their plot. Get ready for the weeds, embrace the weeds, flip it. It's the gift that just keeps on giving. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Just found this creeping about. Little jerk.